Looks like some of you are bored, so if you are done, feel free to pass your paper towards the middle. If you aren't done, don't panic yet. It's going to be all right. He's not rushing you, is he? I think I got them all. Let's see if I got them right. So you'll have to let me know if I made any mistakes. So where are we? Turn this thing on again. All right, so here's my first few. Let's see, is this going to be weird? I guess that's the best I can do. So 3141592 is this one. By the way, that's 1 million times pi. Okay, then this one, I just threw a bunch of, just sort of kind of randomly throw some stuff there. And then 1010010, and then 60. So that wasn't too bad. And then converting to Egyptian isn't bad either. So you should all get this 100% on the quiz as well as on the test. So I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, this yeah, that one's right. I know my little fingers don't look like fingers. Sorry, they look like, I don't know, sausages. I did my best. Okay, we do need to move on though. So today we're going to be going back to Babylonian numbers and time, dealing with those. So let me just remind you where we were. I asked you, what is 10,000, was it 10,000 seconds? Yeah, we'll go with 10,000 seconds just to see how it works. There's a couple of ways you can figure out how many hours, minutes, and seconds this is. Oh, no, we'll do it. So there's a couple of different ways you can do this. So how many hours, minutes, and seconds is it? One way, and I can't remember exactly how everyone did this, but let me just explain one way that you could do it. One way. So what you could do is you could do this: 10,000 divided by 60. Give me a sec. I'll do this on my calculator. Once my calculator turns on, okay, that will turn on. Let's see, do I have another calculator? I do. Give me a sec. Okay. So 10,000 seconds. First thing that, or at least this is one way to do this. I gotta make sure you know that this isn't the only way. And a couple of you shared your methods, and what you did was perfect. So if you prefer sticking with your method, you can ignore me for the next couple of minutes. However, if you're not sure how to convert seconds to hours, minutes, seconds, let me show you. So, first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by 60, and what this is going to do is this is going to figure out how many minutes there are in that many seconds, because there are 60 seconds in a minute. When I do this on my calculator, I get 166.666666667. Now, let me just explain something. Oh, sorry. I don't know why it does that. There. Okay. Let me explain something real quickly. That when you do this, you have seconds over here. And over here, this is minutes. Because if you divide by 60, you're changing from seconds to minutes because there are 60 seconds in a minute. This is super important because there's a mistake that some people make when they do this that I want you to avoid. And that is that some people look at this and they think that this over here, the decimal, that's seconds, and then over here is minutes. But this decimal is also minutes. It just happens to be a fraction of a minute. So the way I read this is I say it's 166 minutes and then 0.666 minutes. So as you might guess, we're going to take the 0.666 and turn it into seconds. So the way I do that is I take the 0.6666666, whatever, 7, and multiply it back by 60. I know this feels backwards, and like I said, if you don't like the way I'm doing this, you do it your way. It's fine. I just want to provide everyone a method that they can convert seconds to hours, minutes, seconds, if you don't have one already. So if you can't figure it out on your own, this is one way that works. Anyway, I multiply this, and I get 40. So you can do this yourselves on your calculator. I realize it's 40.00001 or whatever. Just, tell 40 is fine. Okay, so what we got now is this. Let me just show you. This is 10,000 seconds is equal to 166 minutes and 40 seconds. I know that's kind of confusing, but here's the way I do it. And you can do it, your way, it's fine. But what I do is I divide by 60, and that turns the seconds to minutes. And then I take the decimal part, the fraction, and I say, that's not, I don't want to talk about a fraction of a minute. And so I take that part and multiply it back by 60, and that turns it back into seconds. And so you have, this is minutes, but then I take the fraction, turn it back into seconds, and then you've got that. So far, all right, maybe, sort of, we'll pretend for now, but I'll give you one to do yourselves in just a sec. Okay, then I'm going to take the minutes. Now, this is much more comfortable probably, because if you had to go see a movie, and the movie was 166 minutes long, you probably know how long that is, don't you? Or at least approximately. You've got a feel for that. So, but I'll do it using the same sort of technique. I take the 166, divide it by 60. Give me a sec here. 166 divided by 60, and I got 2.76667. And then I'm going to take the decimal part. So notice that each time I take the decimal part and I multiply that by 60. I got 46. Okay, so let's see what this means. This means that you have 2 hours, 46 minutes, 40 seconds is the final thing. So it's be like 2 hours, 46 minutes, 40 seconds. I know this feels kind of silly. Trust me, it's going to really help. I guess we're going backwards here when we get to Babylonian numbers. So let's see how you do with one of these. I'm just going to make up a number here. Let's try 2, 4, 6, 8, 0 seconds. And I want that to be in hours, minutes, seconds. So you're going to do the same thing. Can I zoom out and see everything? Just a minute, I'll move things around. So work with a friend if you need to. There we go. I think we got it all. So it's 24680 is the number of seconds, and I want to know how much that is in hours, minutes, and seconds. You can use your own method, or you can use my method. So whichever way you do it is fine. In fact, if you have your own method, you should try it and then see if it works. Like we'll go over it. If it doesn't work, then you might want to go with my method. Wow, that was that easy? Some people are done. Let's give this one a go. Just a sec. Let me find my randomizer. I know you all want to answer. All right, where are you? Ethan, get us started. What do you want me to do?
Like what I got or starting to?
Oh, well, what do you mean?
You just divide that by 60.
Oh, yeah, let's divide by 60. So did you do it a different way than me?
No,
You did it my way? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's totally okay for you to do it a different way. Here's the thing, though, is if you did it a different way from me, make sure you get the exact same answer we get. Because if you get something different, it means that your method may not be as good as you think it is. Okay, so we're going to divide by 60. So, Ethan, what did you get when you divided by 60?
411.333.
Yeah, again, it goes on forever. Okay, that's great. All right, let's find our next volunteer. Alex Corson. Alex, do you know what to do with that 4-1? Oh, first of all, did you do the same method that I used? All right, so do you know what to do with that? Nice, excellent. Okay, we're well on the road. We're almost there, actually. All right, Tegan, what's next? I'm going to call it the minutes. Or you, oh, okay, you did the division. Nice, nice. Yeah, totally correct. Let me write this down, and then we'll get to your thing here. So this is 4:11 minutes, 20 seconds. And then now you want to take that 4:11, and how did you get, what did you say, you got 6? How did you get that? Perfect. So if you have minutes and you divide by 60, you get hours, and you'll get 6 point, what is it? 6.85. Ooh, 0.85? Is that right? Ooh, I don't know who I trust more. That's right, I'm going to do it myself. I got 6.85. Did you do 411.333 divided by 60? Okay, if it's just 411 divided by 60, I think you'll get this. Try it again. Okay, so far so good. We're almost done. Super excited. Where's my next volunteer? Adele wants to do something. Adele, what do you want to do to this 6.85? Beautiful. We're doing it. Did you actually do that? What'd you get? 54, you say? Sorry? 51, you say? Okay, excellent. Okay, now we're almost there. Let's just put it into the final format so that I have hours, minutes, and seconds. I guess I've got my seconds here. So let's just get the hours. You're not here to do it, but I know you probably could anyway. But Jack, you're here. Wait, Jack isn't here. What happened to Jack? Did you scare him off? Okay, then Addison though. Addison, you can do it. What's which of these numbers is hours and which one is minutes?
The 6 is the hours, and then 51 minutes and 20 seconds.
Beautiful. So 6 hours, 51 minutes, 20 seconds. Perfect. Any questions about this? All right, very nice. Let's just do one more, and then we'll get to Babylonian. Okay, so the next one, I'll do this. Let's say that I have 5 hours, 15 minutes, and 28 seconds. You might say, what is this? Well, this is the length of the flight that I took from Philadelphia to San Francisco. Okay, I don't remember how long that flight was, to be honest. I just made this as long. So let's say that it was 5 hours, 15 minutes, 28 seconds. I want to know how many seconds that is. Can you tell me how many seconds this is? Wait, you're done? Okay, don't tell me yet. That was incredible. But yeah, so take a minute, see if you can figure out how many seconds this is, and then we'll see how this all relates to Babylonian numbers.
You don't want to teach Babylonian numbers.
I know, I keep delaying. It's coming. gotta do. All right, let's see how we're doing. I know, I didn't give you much time, but remember, converting this to seconds. We're not gonna do it all at once, don't worry. But Ethan McCabe, which one? Ethan McCabe. Ethan, what do you think of this? Do you want to do minutes or do you want to do hours? Which one do you want to convert for me?
I can do hours.
Okay. How do you convert hours to seconds?
Well, I didn't go right to seconds. I did it to minutes first and then
Okay.
minutes to seconds.
All right, let's hear how you do it to minutes.
So I just multiplied 5 by 60 to get the 300 minutes and then added that to the 15 minutes we already had.
All right, that works. So 5 times 60 is 300 minutes. Did anyone go directly from hours to seconds? You did, Tegan? How did you do it? Okay, so 5 times 60 times 60 is, is 18000. Is that right? Is there another 0? Oh, I'm wrong? I have the right number of zeros even? Good, my mental calculator is still working. Okay, so let me just point something out here. That 60 times 60 is the same as 60 squared, which is 3,600. That's the number of seconds in 1 hour. So if you did that, if you did like Tegan did and said, okay, let's figure out how many seconds those 5 hours take up, then you would go directly to seconds. Switching to minutes first is totally fine. And then adding in the 15 minutes and then converting to seconds, that's fine as well. But for the purposes of being able to deal with Babylonian numbers, we'll do it this way. Well, actually, I don't care how you do it. You'll see what I mean in a bit. Okay, so we've dealt with the hours. That's 18,000 seconds. Where's my, there it is, randomizer land. Okay, Brad, what about those minutes? 15 minutes? How many seconds is that?
60 times 15?
Yeah, just multiply by 60. Very nice. So 60 times 15, and what's that going to be, 900? Okay, very good. So that's 900 seconds. And then add it all up, right? So add in 900, and then add in those 28. And then the total will be the total of those 3 numbers. So 18928. That's my final answer. So notice that what I've done, and like I said, if you want to do it like the middle Ethan here, you can first of all convert to minutes, and then convert the minutes to seconds. As long as you keep track of everything, I'm happy however you do it. But the way I'm going to do it, just so you know, is I will take the number of hours, convert that to seconds, then I'll take the minutes, convert that to seconds, and then I'll just add in the leftover seconds, add it all together, and that gives me the total at the end. Sorry. Oh, it's just my family be real. Oh, so it's not that big of a deal. That's all right. We have a family group, in addition to the fact that I only follow my family on be real. There you go. Okay, onward. So, let's get to PowerPoint land. PowerPoint, give me a sec. Switch over, PowerPoint. This is not what we're doing. Oh no, wait, this is. Is this what we're doing? I'm going to keep this. Yeah, this is what we're doing. I don't know why that just popped up. Okay, Babylonian numerals, finally. So Babylonian was, we found a bunch of tablets. The Babylonians wrote in cuneiform on clay tablets, and so those clay tablets, unlike some like paper and other things, it held up well over time, and so we have these tablets that we can look at to understand how the Babylonians thought about numbers. In fact, here's here's such a tablet. This one's called Plimpton 322. I guess it's Plimpton is the name of the archaeologist, and 322 was just the number of the tablet that he had numbered them. So this clay tablet, you can see the cuneiform here, where they poked reeds into the clay to form the numerals. And so the numerals are made up of different pieces. You have these sideways sort of dart-like shapes, and then you have these vertical line-type shapes here. So those are the two shapes that we're working with. You can also see that there's some funky shapes like this. We'll talk about those momentarily. And then there's a few others that look a little bit different. But I just want to go over the basics. So the basics of Babylonian, because if you know how to convert time, seconds to hours and hours to seconds, then you know how to convert from Babylonian to our system of numeration. The reason is that the Babylonians used a base 60 numeration system. That's a lot of words on there. Oh, I mentioned this the other day, didn't I? Yeah. So this is in Genesis. This is the actual place where we're told about Joseph storing up huge quantities of grain like the sand of the sea. It was so much that he stopped keeping records because it was beyond measure. So apparently Joseph was keeping records and using, I assume, hieroglyphics because he was sold into slavery, sent to Egypt, and in Egypt he had to learn a new system of language and numeration and everything. And so he would keep track of the grain using the Egyptian system, the Egyptian words, the Egyptian numbers, and so forth. So why would he run out of numbers? Well, probably because the Egyptians couldn't, express numbers bigger than, maybe 10 million. Anyway, the Babylonians, though, they had a base 60 system. And I know it sounds crazy because we're used to base 10, but bear in mind that just like with the Egyptian system, if you were a child growing up learning that system of numeration in ancient Babylon, you would just learn it, and you would look at the numbers on this, here we go, you would look at this and you would know what numbers those were. You'd be like, yeah, that's the number, 61, 62, 60, whatever it is. You could read those the way we read our numbers, and you would sort of be able to internalize what those mean. So, anyway, getting back to this, the place values for the base 60 is going to be the units. You remember we did some things with some weird numbers like base 7 or base 3? Well, here the place values are units, 60s, 60 squareds, and so on. So one thing I didn't do with you just a minute ago was with time was I never asked you to do this. What if I had, oh wait, no, never mind, we did just do that. Why can't I remember? So what we just did was we converted from hours, minutes, seconds to just seconds. And that is the same as converting from Babylonian to our system. The only thing that you have to bear in mind is the symbols. So let me explain the symbols to you, and this is going to feel a little weird as well. But these symbols, this here is the symbol for 10. This is the symbol for 1. And I should say that the symbol for 2 looks like this. I think it's like that. So, yeah, and then 3, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, this is so cruddy. But the number of little triangles at the top of the little tree there is the number. So this is like 2, and this is like 3. Okay, so anyway, if you have a Babylonian number, such as, let me just draw one here. Let's say that we do this. I'm going to do my best. 5. There we go. That's supposed to be 5 little triangles. So this is 25 in our system. Now, this doesn't get to the place values. That feels a lot like Egyptian, doesn't it? You just have symbols, you're adding up the symbols. Well, here's where the places come in. So let's say that that is coupled with this symbol here. Oh, I shouldn't have changed colors. Sorry about that. Let's put 3 of these up here, 3 triangles, whatever. They're all connected somehow. It has to do with the way that you poke the little reed into the clay tablet, the way it looks. But so up here, this is going to be 25, and this is 33. So that string of characters means 25 minutes, 33 seconds. And you can convert that to just seconds, can't you? In fact, go ahead and do that. 25 minutes, 33 seconds. How many seconds is that? I'll find the randomizer. Math systems. All right, let's see how you did. Ethan over here, what did you do? How did you get that 25 and turn it into seconds?
I just did 25 times 60.
That's beautiful. And then you add in the 33 to get the final answer. So let's see, 25 times 60 is 150. What is it? 25 times 60, 1500? Oh, I didn't have the right number of zeros. 33, so 1533. Beautiful. So that's pretty much it. So turning Babylonian numbers into our numbers feels pretty familiar because we were just doing time. In fact, let's see, I've got another one of these. Well, see, I typed this up using a different book, and so this is not going to look the same. Why don't I just delete it? Just a sec. I'll delete all but one of these. Just a sec. It'll be fine. There we go. Delete, delete, delete. Okay. Save. Give me a sec. It's got it there. It's been transferred over to the iPad. There we go. So let's translate this from Babylonian. And so this, I say, is easy because this is the easy way to do it. So here you've got hours, minutes, seconds. So that's what the 3 places are, hours, minutes, seconds. And then this will be 10 hours, 11 minutes. Oh, I should have made you do this part. Oh, well. 21 seconds. I think you can handle it. So go ahead and see if you can convert that. So 10 hours, 11 minutes, 21 seconds. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. All right, well, I know Becky wants to tell us about the 10 hours. What did you do with the 10 hours, Becky? Oh, okay. So we want to convert the hours to seconds. How many minutes are in an hour? How many seconds are in a minute? And so we just do 60 times 60 times the number of hours. And that'll do it for us. So very good. Thank you, Becky. It's 10 times 60 squared. I'm just going to write it like that. I know that's exactly what Becky said, 60 times 60. But I'm going to write it like this because that's more looks cooler. If I'm a mathematician, I want to look good. So we're going to do this in case you end up taking a picture for your Instagram page. Okay, onward. Yeah, or Snapchat. Is that what you guys were talking about? Snap it up. All right, onward. We have, Caden. Caden, tell me about the minutes. Tell me about these 11 minutes. What do I do with those? Yeah, just multiply them by 60. So I'm going to add to that 11 times 60, just all 60. 60 to the first power. If you really want to put something there, you can do that. Very nice. All right, almost done. We have one more person, Nick. Nick, you're going to tell me about these 21 things. What do I do with the 21? Yeah, it is confusing because you do nothing with them, right? You just leave them alone. So, because each one of these, you have 10 hours. It's hours, so I change it to seconds. Then you have 11 minutes. I change that to seconds. And then those 21, that was 21 seconds. It's already seconds. So I'm not going to mess with it at all. So very good. You said the right thing. So then you get 21 all by themselves, and you're all set. And now we just have to add all this up. I'm just curious if Alex, did you add this stuff up already? Oh, it's because you've already packed up your calculator. Who's done it? You got it, Alex Gorson.
Yeah, I got 36,681.
Wait, 36,681? Do we have independent verification of this? Excellent. Okay. Not that I don't trust you, Alex, but I want to make sure. All right, we're almost done. We have one more thing to do, and that is the hard thing. I know you're like, oh, we just did the easy thing. We should stop. Nope. Got to do the hard thing. So translating to Babylonian, this is the hard thing that we got to do. So here's where you have to divide and then take the decimal part. So let me just sort of remind you how you do this. Think of this as being seconds, and I want to know how many hours, minutes, and seconds go into that. So what I like doing is I just take that number and I repeatedly divide by 60. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 60, just to remind you of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 60 is 20.5667. And then I take this 0.5667, multiply by 60, and I get, just a minute. So it's pretty calculator intensive. I get 3, 4. And then if I need to, I will divide again, but actually 20, I'm already done with it. So this is 20 minutes and 34 seconds. So the way I'm going to draw this is I will draw it like that, 20 minutes, and then put a gap, put a space, and then 34. So I need to put 4 little leaves on this thing. There we go. It'll be multiple choice on the homework, so you don't have to actually draw the stuff on your homework. So but when you see it, you'll hopefully recognize the sort of little weird triangles. All right, that wasn't too bad. So we only have 5 minutes left. I want to point out the last one. So I'm pretty sure you can do this one. So this one, you're going to do the same thing, divide by 60, take the decimal part, multiply it by 60, and go on and on. But let's take a look at 1 million. 1 million is kind of special. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to go on a new page here, if you don't mind. 1 million. I want to write that in Babylonian. 1 million, which of course in Egyptian would be the astonished guy. So what would this be in Babylonian? So let's do the thing that we did, divide by 60. So give me a minute here. 1 million divided by 60. .66667 times 60 is equal to 40. Okay, let me pause. You know, it's especially with a big number like this, it might be handy to like be careful and make a nice table. So I've got the division here, and then I've got the multiplication, and then I'm just going to circle this just to remind me that that's going to be part of my answer. Now I'll take the 16666 minutes, divide that by 60 to get the number of hours. 16666, and I got 277.766667, and then I take 0.76667 times 60. Got 46. Circle that, just because I know that. So this is number of seconds. This is the number of minutes. Ooh, 277 hours. This is a base 60 system. And so any number bigger than 60, I should make it into another number. So it kind of feels like we should go to days, shouldn't it? Like 277 hours is like 20 or 10 days or so. 24-hour days, but the Babylonians would just keep going with their 60s. They'd be like, okay, tack on another 60, because they were not thinking in terms of time. They weren't thinking of hours, minutes, seconds. They were just thinking these are numbers. And so this here, this 277, I would divide again. Divide by 60. Let's see what I get. I got 4.616667, and I'm going to take 0.61667 times 60. Let's see, give me a sec here. I got 37. And then the leftover is just the 4 there. So here's how I might do this. 4, 37, 46, 40. So this is 40 seconds, 46 minutes, 37 hours. What's this? I guess it's super hours? I don't know. Doesn't matter, because the Babylonians would just be like, okay, there's 4, so we'll do our little symbol for 4, put 4 little triangles up here. Okay, whatever. Mine's terrible. The one in the book is going to be better. And then you'll have 37. And they seem to like to stack them in groups of 3, and then 1 here, and then 46, 6, groups of 3, mine are horrible. Okay, there's 46, and then 40, thank goodness there's no, there it is. So there it is, that's the Babylonian number for a million, or the way you would write a million in Babylonian. I know it's not super satisfying, but once again, it's kind of interesting to think in terms of the Bible and Daniel, and also the 3 Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I can't think of their Jewish names right now, but they go off into captivity in Babylon, and they have to learn this system of numeration. And they're used to the Israeli, the Jewish, Hebrew system. Anyway, try your best to do the homework. It's just another 6 problems on Babylonian. We'll see you on Wednesday. Stick around if you want to chat. I'm going to stop the recording now. Their math is not hard. Imagine if you were growing up in the Babylonian system. Yeah.